What's going on? It's your boy Ginger, back with another video. Today, we're checking out another playback video. And, Kanye West is in the news once again, boys. I agree. I agree. But yeah, let's get into it. Sadly, we gotta watch another L of Kanye.
You're not a Nazi. You don't.
Hey, if you are watching this on YouTube, come check me out on Twitch. Probably live when you're watching
deserve
this.
to be called that and demonized.
Link in the description.
I see good things about her also. The Jew,
Whoa.
I love everyone. I'm done with
Did you say I see good things? Why would they bleep out good?
classifications.
I'm so confused. Motherfucker brought a Bible with him? There's no way. This is not real. This is not
everyone.
real.
I'm done with the
This is not real,
classifications.
chat.
Every human being has something of everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Bro. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
So Kanye over the past month has been saying some really ridiculous and outrageous things. A lot of which not only on Twitter but also
digging yourself in deeper fucking shit. Why does he do this? Like, yeah, you can have those viewpoints, cool. Don't talk about them and ruin your career. I mean, yeah, maybe it's not cool to have those viewpoints, but I'm not the one to tell you what to believe in and not to believe in. But why are you expressing these viewpoints? It's like worse than expressing your fucking political viewpoints as like a content creator. Like, everyone knows, don't do that. This is like 10 times worse. Holy shit. I mean, just as a celebrity in general, you're not even
with
supposed to
the interview
time.
we did with Alex Jones yesterday on
God, I
Infowars.
can't.
Boy, was it
God,
ridiculous.
Kanye.
So bad that even Alex Jones himself was like, all right, Kanye, all right. You sure this
chill the fuck out, man.
Try to, make sure you kind of guide him down the right path. And Kanye was like, no, this is the path I was going. I know what I meant, man.
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
That's crazy.
Oh man. Well, I have to.
Jones can't even fucking take him serious. He gotta laugh at his ass. He's like, what? Dude, wait a minute.
Disagree with that.
Of Nazis.
Wow.
Oh
That
man.
is
Well,
crazy.
I have to disagree with that.
And a lot of, sound bites.
Man.
Let's just say that. A lot of sound bites. I think you all have probably seen a lot of them. There's a lot of things to take away from this. First and foremost, I want to take the approach of Kanye West as like an individual, the things he said. I'm going to say a lot of things in which Kanye says, I'm not going to see him be like those niggas on Twitter be like, you got to really think about it though, man. Really allow him to say
You took it out of context.
You took it out of context.
That was totally not out of context.
Not hilarious.
What?
Obviously, though, many
Twitter
people are taking
motherfuckers
out of
be
context.
stupid.
I saw Keemstar.
I hate Twitter.
Quoting what
I'm not
he
gonna
said,
lie.
and I'm like, this is such a layup of a thing.
No,
you don't
the
have
first
to take
so many
intro
L
clip
people
could only be taken out of context
that
because they
use
cut
Twitter.
to commercial
I
break
swear.
after.
I know.
So-
Because Alex Jones is like, yo, you sure?
When I
that's
use
what
that
you're
app,
saying?
I
He's
am
like, yep. He's like, all right, let's write this up real quick. We got a commercial break real quick.
Rethinking life.
Yeah, we're gonna go to commercial break. Kanye was just saying things about Redacted. We'll call him Redacted.
Okay, that's good.
Yo, so Kanye was saying a bunch of things about Redacted, and he was claiming that the reason why he has to love him is because he's a Christian. The problem with what he was saying about no, he's saying Kanye's a Christian.
Oh, because Kanye's a Christian,
Kanye's
love all
Christian, he has to
people.
love all people.
Got it.
And that's the reason why you get those clips of him saying he loves Redacted.
I like Hitler.
I don't like Hitler, and I know you're trying to be shocking with that.
I'm not trying to be shocking. I like Hitler. I do not. The Holocaust
This is crazy.
not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities. And he didn't kill 6 million Jews. That's just like factually incorrect. And Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jewish president.
I hate that take. Oh, the Holocaust didn't happen. Bro, what? Are you insane? There's so much evidence relying about the fact that it did actually occur. Like, there's real, evidence. Oh my god.
And the Nazis,
No, our history's just cap. According to Kanye.
in my view, were
History's
thugs that
cap,
shut down
boys.
a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop
my
dissing the
God.
Nazis all the time.
No, we're gonna keep doing that. What?
Okay.
The problem with Kanye was saying is that he would follow up that
Crazy
statement by
man.
him claiming that Redacted did a bunch of things
Sad.
that
You
were
really need
positive
help.
to
It's
the
sad,
world,
boys.
such as invent highways and microphones. But you do any type of research and you realize that's just not true.
Also, it's like it's so impersonal the way he describes Redacted lived his life.
Yes.
Because if Redacted annihilated your entire family tree,
You
then
wouldn't
I don't
be
think
sitting
you'd be
there saying,
congratulating
yeah,
him
you're like-
on. You would probably feel some type of way if somebody was glorifying
No,
him.
now he did say
Facts.
he loves the surgeon that had
This
that
is
gave the
crazy.
surgery to his mother that many people.
He just keeps making it
caused
worse
her
and
death
worse
around
and
time of death.
worse.
So I don't know.
I didn't think it
He's
could get
on
much
this
worse,
pain-
but he
this-
keeps
I
proving
love
me
all
wrong.
people.
Love all
So
people.
it- that's
Kanye
an
is a
interesting
crazy-
approach
is a
because,
very
one,
special
it is
man.
Christian to love all people. It is kind of what is
I'm
taught.
Mr.
I don't know
All
if in
Kanye.
practice
Straight
anyone's
from
ever
the
loved
Kanye.
really all people,
No.
but that's what
Don't
Kanye's
we,
attempting
boys?
to do here, taking everything verbatim. But the part where he's missing is like he's attributing a lot of growth and success to Redacted, when in all reality, the attribution should be to war. War almost always comes with plenty of technological advances because you're highly incentivized to want to annihilate whatever your opponent is.
And Redacted was
Yeah.
not pushing that. Actually, the things that he claimed, like the highway and microphones existed, like before Redacted was even in the army, before he was well known, before he had any
God
influence
damn.
on the world. I have no idea what Kanye's talking
And-
about at all.
And it's
at all.
like wars
Sorry,
in general
someone's
push
fucking
shit forward.
screaming
The
in the
Cold
dorm.
War
That was
push shit
crazy.
forward. Any type of war
Yeah.
push shit forward. By
Should
that
be
logic,
hollow
let's just
walls,
have
I
more
swear to
wars
God.
while we love all people. You can't do that. The idea of war is like people's lives end. Like threats are made.
Yep.
Like countries can fall apart. Like people
Instantly.
get conquered and land gets conquered.
Especially
And fuck the
nowadays in war, bro. Oh my god, countries literally get dissolved in days.
things happen.
They hear about a fucking missile
It
coming.
doesn't happen out of love. So
Can't
love
take it
all
down.
people
Boom.
can't happen if it's
That's
coming
what
at
sucks
the cost
about
of
war
human
nowadays.
lives. That's not what love.
If it ever happens, it's one of the scariest things ever. If it, oh, war nowadays is
Of his
scary.
one. Two, in
So
Germany
scary.
at the time, there were plenty of companies benefiting dramatically from the war, like Volkswagen. And Volkswagen owns an entire tree of companies. Volkswagen's not the only one. There's plenty of companies that got their starts back when World War II was going on.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how like he has like a nugget of potential truth. Like this man invented this, or this man was the reason why this became the thing.
Yeah, he has
And
a little bit
maybe
of
that was
facts,
good
and
for
then
the
he
world.
ruins
By
it.
ignoring the overwhelming amount of negative that came with that, it's like you're almost in opposition of love. And so I think that's where the fucking difference is here. And I don't believe if Kanye was personally affected by Redacted that he would be showing
I'm
as
telling
much
you,
love as he is right
he
now.
He said that the same thing with the surgeon. He said that the surgeon that potentially
It's crazy,
I
Chad.
mean, that's what I'm just
It
telling
is
you.
just
That's what he said.
nonsense.
That's cope.
I know, but I'm
In
just
Twitch, we
telling
call
you
that
that's what-
copium.
I'm just
And
telling
that's
you.
tough. Like
I'm telling
what
you,
happened
that's
to
what
his
he
mother is highly unfortunate.
I get that, but that's what he
And
said.
It looks like that affected him in way
Yes.
more ways than we could probably
Yeah.
count.
Why was Lo getting
Kanye's
pressed,
devolved
low-key? That
to
was
the
weird.
point where he will hear a truth, a fact, and
You
he
good,
will
Lo?
use that fact to justify a very
good, my man?
crazy belief. But it's almost as if he's trying to
weird.
get people talking. Like he could have just said, "I love all people. I even love you, Alex Jones, considering all the things you did." But he
Yes.
went to the most extreme.
Yes.
I can't
Like,
think
Alex
of a
Jones
more
fucked
extreme
up,
person.
but
Maybe
he's still
Mao,
getting
maybe
Kanye on
Stalin,
the show, I
than
guess.
Redacted. I can't, bro.
But
He's
the-
one of the worst in history.
And so the same thing. He did the same thing even with the quote unquote Jewish media argument as well, because that was a conversation that was happening.
Kanye is
the problem with
insane,
even that
man.
logic is the same thing, is that there may be some truth behind it, but it's
Just
misplaced.
go back to making
in
music, dude.
The much bigger picture,
for real,
which is,
though.
Like yeah, especially
Yeah,
when people.
I
sit there
don't
and
know
say,
why
like,
we
this
keep
person's
seeing
a
him
Jew,
in the
that
media
person's- that
about
person-
other things.
That's the
It's
problem.
pop
Like there's
music.
too many. Like no. The
Once we
problem
hear
isn't
a
that these
album
people are
announcement,
Jewish.
oh,
The
it's gonna
problem
be
is
a
that
great
they're,
day.
Capitalist. Like that's
Let's
that's
just
how
hope it's not about, like, I'm not saying it's bad to make albums about God and Jesus, but let's just hope it's not a whole album and that, you know, that's just the main focus. You know, that's cool, but come on, dude. 15 songs of that? Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong. But 15? Oh my, whole album? Oh my. It better not. It better be like some quality music, because next drop, if he ever makes music again, you know, who knows? Kanye is not the same, so it might not ever
Capitalism
be the
works.
same music. But if it ever is the same, then let's
So
hope
the argument
that's,
of
you know,
these Jewish
not the
hierarchy
Jesus
people who
albums
messed up
from
these
the past
contracts for
couple
me
years.
and my people who
Let's
got
hope
us
it's
all messed.
Kanye from like 2010 to 2016 type shit, you know? That decade, you know. Let's give him 2007 to 2017 type
Fucking-
shit.
Now we owe them
We
money
want
and
that
we in these
Kanye.
ass backward contracts. The reality is that it doesn't matter that person's Jewish. Christian, black, or white. Because from my understanding, Kanye, you also put people in fucked up contracts. From my understanding, Kanye, you was also participating in several things that may have fucked over people as well. So the reality is it had nothing to do, literally nothing to do with Jewish people. It has everything to do with capitalism. But once more, like you said, some facts that may become behind it, some small little truths or nuggets of truths, and then you then extract that and then come to some crazy conclusion without actually addressing the real concerns. And the reason why that's problematic is not only because that can breed hate in many ways, but more importantly, it also misguides other people from also being taken advantage of or just being misinformed. So now if you running around thinking to yourself, I ain't gonna mess with you.
Yeah, little kids that just are listening to Kanye nowadays and they don't know what's right or wrong. Oh my god. He's ruining them. Think about that. That is a great point. Great point. I mean, he didn't mean it like exactly how I just expressed it, but great fucking point there. That is facts.
Ain't gonna mess because they do X, Y, Z. Then you mess around with somebody who's black, who's white, a woman, a man, because you think you're trying to exclude the people who hurt you, and come to find out those people are just inclined to take advantage of you because you're capitalist. Like that's just how that works. But that's the problem with not only Kanye, but a lot of people on the internet right now, where they think that they're truth seekers, and then they are completely misguided by like small bits of information, like very, very, very small bits of information.
People believe everything
and normally on YouTube, you can get away with it.
It's Google. I have to
especially
believe
with a
it,
small
right?
creator, but like Kanye is to a point where he's just too big of a platform to be walking around spewing rhetoric.
It's crazy though. People, they see something on the internet or Google, facts. Well, this is facts. Bad example, but you know what I mean. Sometimes there are opinions on Google. Believe it or not, not everything is a fact that you see on Google. Wow. What am I fucking doing? I'm losing it, man. Holy shit, man.
That just isn't based in reality, or it's loosely based in reality.
And the interesting
what the fuck
thing
was
about
that?
Is Kanye is one of the very few human beings on planet Earth that get this much understanding. In the past, I've even laughed at something Kanye said.
Oh my god, that's a great quote.
I've laughed at shit he said in interviews, and then years went by and turns out he was right. So I kind of learned to take a step back and really listen to what he's saying to try and understand. And after taking a day to just understand, this nigga went on Twitter, made his
yeah, he used to actually say some powerful stuff back in the day. He really did. But now if you take a break and listen to what he's saying, it honestly makes it even worse. Because sometimes you don't fully understand what he's trying to say. Sometimes you break it down and you're like, oh, fuck, that's what he meant? Yeah, nowadays, it doesn't even help to
with the Star
break
David
it down and listen to it.
He eventually got banned from there.
That's worse.
Trying to understand.
Oh yeah, isn't he back on Twitter?
I think he's devolved dramatically in the past decade.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And he's been saying and doing a lot of crazy things that maybe are worth listening to. In attempt to understand, it doesn't mean you have to agree. But he's one of the few people on the planet that get this level of understanding from people. Where no matter what he says, everyone's gonna stop to be like, hey, hold on, let's put it in context and think about it like this. Was he really wrong?
I don't even really mind.
That is true. Everyone does, like, yeah. Let me take a step back. See what Kanye's really saying here. That does happen.
I don't really mind putting it into context because I'd much rather people do that.
But I just don't believe the people that are doing that with Kanye
I agree.
do that with anybody else.
They don't, bro. But so the reason why I say I don't mind it is because if you don't do that, then it further gaslights and put fuels in the flames of all these people who are thinking like, oh, they're out to get us. Oh, look at how, like, because if you're going to sit here and allow somebody to quote unquote say the Jewish media, and then if you go get headlines of them taking them out of context, in their mind, they're going to be like, see, they just did it again. So I don't mind putting things into context when necessary, especially when somebody who is living on the edge and believing all of these conspiracy theories.
You don't need to put like everything you hear into context, but a lot of things you do. I would say so. Not everything.
Taking the time out to put them in proper context to then later just prove them wrong still with all of the context is actually much more impactful and powerful, because then that person has to sit back and reflect and come back with some other cockamamie,
I'm not even touching my mouth,
excuse or a reason to why they said those things.
What's going on?
They actually have to adjust themselves because there actually there's no logic behind what they were saying before. And I think, to be fair, I agree with you that we don't give that much understanding to anyone else. Like there's a handful of people where we'll sit there and say, hold on now, let's give him a second now. I think Dave Chappelle is also there, but he just ain't on that side.
Dave Chappelle makes jokes about complicated topics. Kanye is just
but I think there's a subsection of people who like, hold on now, we gotta hear Dave out now.
No, I agree. I'm with
Dave Chappelle's so much different than Kanye though. He was just comparing them in the sense that you gotta hear out Chappelle and you gotta hear out Kanye. Is that what he's saying? I mean, I guess I get that. Everything that Chappelle says, you do gotta really make sure and listen to it. Because sometimes it's like, whoa. God damn.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
he's making jokes about articulate subjects.
That's the
he's a
difference.
lot
He's
different,
actually making sense.
Kanye's
and
just
Kanye
saying things
is
to get
saying
reactions.
things.
It's
Exactly. You can
completely
actually
different.
laugh at what Chappelle's saying because it makes sense a lot of the time. But what Kanye's saying makes zero sense. And if you're laughing at him, I mean, you're not laughing at the joke. You're laughing at him. You know what I mean? It's a lot different. When Chappelle makes a joke, you're laughing at the joke. You don't laugh at him. Kanye makes a statement. You laugh at him. Like, holy fuck,
Things
man.
here. Yeah, bro.
You're
Y'all
getting laughed
niggas
at
not
about
giving
everything
other
you
people
say,
a
there's
chance the
probably
way y'all
an
giving
issue.
Kanye a chance. But I actually
getting
want it
questioned
that
about
way, though.
everything you say?
I feel like trying to understand people is how you bridge the difference between opinions. And if you're not trying to do that, then you're not helping move shit forward. But there comes a point where a nigga just says something so crazy and does something so crazy. Even in attempt to understanding, you just come to a deeper realization that they're fucked up in the head. And they should probably seek help. Yeah, bro, you can sit there and flip it whichever way you want, bro. But putting a swastika on your fucking Twitter page is goddamn crazy. It's crazy and it's wildly insensitive to the people that fucking had to deal with that shit decades ago, man. Yo, but you think this shit happened thousands of years ago? Bro, what happened like 80 years ago, 70 years ago?
It did not happen that long
It's not
ago.
that long ago,
At all.
man.
I think it's right near 100.
And with a guy with this much influence, you can't allow so many people to be like, huh, maybe he wasn't that bad. Because I don't think that's what Kanye thinks. I think Kanye's a bad communicator, but Kanye doesn't think he wasn't that bad. He just recognizes that some good came with him, but he also recognizes
Yeah, he thinks he's spitting facts.
all the bad that came with him. And in an
Does he recognize the bad? I don't know.
attempt to come up with the craziest
Maybe.
possible talkable fucking thing
You can't just assume that he does.
he could say on a podcast, that's what he said. But Kanye is leading people to a realization that is wildly inaccurate and also
Yes.
fucking dangerous, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Very
normalize
inaccurate.
that shit. Can
But
you
he-
imagine if niggas started normalizing like a nigga who killed like thousands of slaves, something like that, in the transatlantic
that's
slave
crazy.
trade? Yo, bro, I'd be like,
For
yo,
anyone
stop
to agree
doing
with
that.
them,
That
that's
nigga's a
crazy.
horrible person. I don't give a fuck if he built a road, nigga. You know when Italy came to Ethiopia? My grandma told me like they were just building roads and shit like that. That was her memory of it. She was a child
Yeah.
back then. But if you look at history and you see the shit they did, there's some fucked up shit that happened when
They weren't
European
just
countries
building
went to
roads. Yeah,
Africa.
exactly.
If you sit there and you pretend like what he's doing is not dangerous, then you're
Same
kinda
shit with
being a
Native
little
Americans
delusional.
in
And
America.
You're being a little naive as well because he has a lot of influence.
A lot of
And
people think
it's,
they
it's
just
good
left,
that he's a
but they
free
actually got
thinker,
kicked
and it's
out.
good that he's allowing himself to come
Shit's
to his own
fucked up,
conclusions,
man.
and that he's comfortable fighting against the grain. There comes a point, and it's something he recognized a few weeks ago, where after he said some shit, he was like, "Damn, I did realize the words I
fuck,
said
man?
were kind of dangerous." But now here he is doing it again.
Oh, I can
You
actually
can't
edit
convince
my
me this guy
volume
is
from the
completely
keyboard.
mentally stable. I sit there,
I don't like
I
this
could
new
try my
keyboard.
hardest to understand where he's
I do
coming
not.
from, but yo, bro, like, there's no real excuse for what he did this time. There's no level of
It's not
understanding
new,
of
it's one of my old
context that's
ones.
gonna make it
Old,
okay.
old,
And
couple
in
years
this
old. But I just
situation
haven't
right
used
here,
it
if
in
you
forever,
can't
so
make
that's why I
Kanye
call
was
it
fucking
new.
wrong,
It's like small too. All the keys are so close together. I'd be fucking
then in
up my
all reality,
typing all
you're
the
just a
time.
fan of him.
It's also
But I'm getting a new one here
also
soon.
very
I need
contradictory
to.
of the things in which
It's
he was
much
just
needed.
going on a rant about
Like,
last
yeah,
month.
I'm
where he was
struggling
talking
without
about,
a normal keyboard.
It's like technically speaking, if you was to love everybody, even through the bad, and you can highlight the good in which they did throughout the bad, then what were you complaining for last month, and why are you still complaining about the quote unquote Jewish media? Because even with the negative they did, they definitely produced a lot of positive as well. So by your own logic, you shouldn't even be saying anything about anyone. And the
That's
reason
true.
why it's even more damning is because even when they were sitting there talking about redacted, he would
Those
immediately, like,
points are always so fucking on point.
Yeah, but Barack Obama killed people, and I'm like,
Not always. I give him
understand what you're saying. It
98%
sounds
of the
like,
time
oh, man,
accurate.
It's so
Accurate.
it's
And,
so
like,
complex
very
what you're saying.
like, you
So
know, it's
deep,
not
and Barack Obama.
how
did it.
someone
And
normally would think about it. You know, he fucking breaks it down a whole different way.
all
And then when he expresses it, you're like, oh, okay.
people's like, but he didn't lie now, did he?
Wait,
Did
so
he?
that's what he does, though. He gets these like
yeah.
underrated nuggets of truth.
Yes.
Barack was fucking a serial bomber.
Yes, he was.
Like, and I talked to a lot of black people here in Atlanta that sit there and support him. And when I asked them, like, are you okay with like how many civilians he killed when he called it collateral? That's a conversation niggas not ready to have.
They're not.
Bro, they're not ready to have it. They just support him because he's black. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But Kanye
Yeah, no
will
one's ready
find this
for that.
nugget of truth and be like, he killed a lot
The
of innocent.
supporters, I'm saying, not nobody. People are ready for that. But his supporters, that people support him to this day, a lot of them don't even know about that event. They know about it. They just brush it over them. You know what I mean? You got to know all the history about your favorite
People
president.
in an
I
attempt
don't
to get
even
some
got a favorite president.
some
I don't give a
tease,
fuck.
should I say.
Care
But
less.
Susan might be watching in other parts of the world, and it's
Susan.
fucked up.
Facts.
And so he
Gotta
can
be
sit there
careful.
and shine a light on the shit.
Susan could be watching. Might fucking age restrict your video.
But
You never
then
know.
in the process of doing, it's just
But
history is complicated. there's a lot of hidden
So
truths in
sad.
history because the victor usually tries to hide the truth. They're the one who tell the story.
Facts.
So it's important to have an accurate tell of what happened and when it happened.
Or at least just tell like the truth. Like, don't say that somebody created microphones and highways and they just didn't.
And so,
Like that.
so that's the microphone
then-
I used to build my career. So
Yeah,
credit
what,
to
if
him.
someone in the background.
and they just didn't.
And so,
Imagine
so that's the
Ross on
microphone
stream.
I use.
That'd be crazy, bro. Someone just busts through his back window or back door. Give me all your money, Agent 00.
To build my career, so credit to him.
No. Like, in that.
But hey, man, I don't think their Addies like public like that, right? The A&P house.
So that's what happened with
I don't
that,
think
and also
so.
a little bit touching on the
I don't
stuff that
know.
happened a month ago. I know people want us to talk about it. All that stuff to me is just Kanye. He is just grabbing for straws and is trying to just hang on as long as he can to arguments based off of
Crazy.
like very small and semi-irrelevant facts. So that's
Why?
that. Then he went on Twitter and was just spazzing. Not only I think
I
also
didn't
kind
see
of
all the
bridging
Twitter
off of
shit.
what's been going
I've
on.
been lacking on my drama recently. I ain't been caught up on everything. You know, I've been studying for my college exams, bruh. I ain't been locked in on the drama on internet.
Not only lost a custody battle, but it
Let
has
me
to
get
pay
back
Kim
locked in.
Kardashian $200,000
I missed like
a month
4 days
to
in a row on YouTube. Oh, it was bad.
billionaire,
And on
which is
Twitch.
crazy.
I just forgot my fucking
And he
fees when I went
and
back
he had to
home.
give
So
up
couldn't
that
do
house he
anything.
bought right beside her house.
Yes, then he had to give
yeah,
that
that was
up.
tough.
Which again, I mean, y'all know how we feel about.
We
some
back.
days, both of
We
us, Kim
back.
Kardashian
Go.
receiving child support.
Fucking
Back for
nuts.
good, boy.
Jesus.
That is insane. But
So I'll have
hey,
that PC
it-
over winter and, you know, Christmas and all that good jazz. We're going to be grinding so hard because I don't got a job over Christmas or nothing. So oh, boys, oh my God, we are going grind season.
It is what it is. Very ironic because of songs in which he wrote in the early stage of his career.
18
Facts,
years. 18 years.
Wait, did
2
you
decades.
see the thing that he went on Twitter where he said, I saw
Just a
Chris
little
Paul
below.
with... Come on, like, what are you doing? So he, I think that also impacting his life as well. Then he also lost the Adidas deal, all that other stuff. So
Yeah,
like,
he's losing
Kanye
money.
is just like
He's going through a lot.
He's going through a lot, and
He ain't a billionaire no more.
Only reason why
I bet that.
I'm willing to get his
And if he is, it's not lasting. Because you know he's got to pay Kim. He just lost a lot of his sources of income. He has a lot of bills to pay.
as much
So,
leeway.
yeah,
This,
I don't
from
know,
my point of view, is because
Taxes,
I have
just everything.
People in my family have mental disorders and mental issues as well. So I understand like there's a lot of times in which they can be misunderstood. There's a lot of things they could be saying is also factually correct and just cannot properly communicate it. But when you get to the point in which Kanye
Yeah,
is
Kanye
at
really
right
needs
now,
help.
it is like very,
Get
very,
help,
very
my guy.
clear.
I don't
that
know
now
why
he's
he
being
hasn't.
heavily influenced by certain people, which is a shame because this is someone who claims and has really had a track record of having a sound decision making of what he wants to do. But then when you kind of go back and relive a lot of the things that he's done, I'm starting to just get more. I think he was just a contrarian his entire career. That's starting to be more
Really?
of the reality and not. And then, but he was still genius enough to make some of it work. But I think he's just more of a contrarian. I don't think he was
Wow.
that much of a visionary as much as people
Nah, he
may
was.
say.
Oh,
I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying he's not.
That's
as
a crazy
much as,
take.
But
I'm
he's
not
definitely a
gonna lie.
visionary. But I don't think he was as
I
much.
think
as
a lot of people just ran out of he made 808s and he made college dropouts and he made graduations. I think niggas is running out of those, man.
He ran out of albums to cover that up, man. He ran out of albums.
He did make
man.
late registration.
Yeah, man, but man, he did say.
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Yo, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.
Crazy.
Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button as well. Membership is down below. We recorded some extra content. There's definitely things in this video we
Crazy.
said that we probably.
I didn't even realize someone just walked in. I was trying to find my fucking charger for my phone, and I still can't find it. I think it's in the car. But appreciate everybody that watched the entirety of this video. If you made it to the end, you are a real one. This one was a little bit slow. They were sort of rambling for the last 5 minutes, but, you know. Nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed this fucking banger, man. Nah, it was a decent video, though. You know. Sort of sucks to have to see Kanye going down a even worse of a downward spiral, but, you know, it's life. People fuck up, but he just keeps continuing to fuck up. But let's hope he can turn his career around, get some help, start making some good music again. Get himself out of the fucking news for the reasons he shouldn't be there. You know, we want to see him in the news for good music, you know. Platinum records, you know, all that shit. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.